Hey guys, welcome back to LEGO Builds on a Budget, and today we have a brand new video. So guys, in anticipation of the new Swamp Speeder coming out this year, I decided to design this custom one with a bunch of awesome minifigures, cool details, and more. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now for just a general overview, this uses a lot of the studs not on top technique that many people use in their custom mocks. I was able to use it in a great way to make it look really nice and accurate to the source material. So starting with the front, you can see it only has 4 studs which are used for the armor plating. But let's start with the front. So it has 2 cannons that are each connected using the studs not on top technique, and I was able to make it look very tiled off and nice and neat. For the middle part, the one thing I've noticed with all of custom builds that I've seen are they all use just the general plate with the red tile on top to kind of show that there's a red line. But I was able to make that much more accurate with making it a full brick wide. Now the one problem with this is not all the colors that I wanted to use for those parts are in that color. And so it only has those 2 pieces that are red in the top. So next, moving back, you can see the awesome looking armor plating that the model has. I was able to achieve this using typical techniques, and I think it looks great. Unfortunately, I didn't have the parts to be able to add the curve that's supposed to be on the vehicle, but I think it still looks great how it is. Next up, we have the cockpit. Now, there are 2 people who drive the Swamp Speeder. The first person drives it, and the second person, I'm pretty sure guns the turrets, but I'm not fully sure. So both the seats are same. I was able to use 3 joints, or technically 2, but 3 parts to it, to allow it to be able to move and not be constrained to just having a few points of articulation. Both the control panels are completely different though. The first one you can see over here, I was able to use a simple technique to have a little lever along with the control panel. For the other side, I wanted to make it look a little bit different, so what I decided to do was I put the control bars right there, and then I attached the control panel next to it. This allows this person to drive and the other person to gun. It also looks great because in the actual model, which you can see, it has a large open space. I don't know exactly what those were used for, but I do know those were there from the reference material that I saw. Over here you can see there's a flexible tube that I was able to use to add this really nice curve to the side of it. It looks really good, and I was able to go all the way around it. For the bottom, it uses just a simple technique that allows the model to be sturdy but still look nice. And there's a small bump that just goes all the way through the model, and I think it looks great. Finally, let's talk about the engine. So for the engine, I was able to use plenty of great techniques. A couple of the parts are just held in by friction, but as you can see, it works really well. So how it connects is there's a tube running through the middle, and I was able to make it so there's a few parts that are fully held in by friction, but are held in really strongly. I used the Asajj Ventress's lightsaber / Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars Rebels lightsaber, along with his stickered part from one of the earlier Millennium Falcons. I think this looks great, and I would love how I was able to make that detail. So finally, I was able to use a few of the engine parts to make it look really nice and make it accurate to the actual movie. Overall, I think this is a very impressive model. It has a lot of great details, and I think it looks amazing. For the minifigs, I think this Swamp Speeder should have 2 super battle droids, Aeolus Kira, a regular Phase 2 clone trooper, and a Phase 2 reconnaissance trooper. I think it looks really good, and I really hope they make something like this when it comes out. Overall, I think this would cost around $60 to $70 just because of how many parts I used for it, and I think it looks amazing though. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys soon for some more. Bye!